Once again, I welcome in the course Introduction to Fluid Mechanics. So, in the previous discussion, I have discussed the what is surface tension and the three application of the surface tension, that is the pressure in the water droplet and the pressure in the liquid jet and pressure in the soap bubble. So, in the three cases, we have discussed the expression of change in pressure, and after that, I have solved problem based on the these applications. So today I will discuss the what is capillarity, and then what is the capillary expression of the capillary rise and capillary fall, and then I will solve problem based on this. So a quick recap of whatever we have discussed in the previous lecture. So we have discussed the surface tension. The first thing, what is surface tension? Surface tension, and then application of surface tension. So three application we have discussed, that is pressure in pressure in water droplet, pressure in soap bubble, and the third application, that is pressure in liquid jet. So we have computed the change in pressure in case of water water droplet. Delta P is equal to Pi minus P naught is equal to 4 sigma divided by D. In case of soap bubble, delta P is equal to Pi minus P naught is equal to 8 sigma divided by D. And in case of liquid jet, delta P is equal to Pi minus P naught is equal to 2 sigma by D, where Pi is the pressure inside and PO is the outside pressure, delta P is the change in pressure, and sigma is the surface tension, and D is the diameter. So with the help of this we can compute the delta P, and we have solved the problem based on this. So today I will discuss the phenomena or mutual properties of the fluids, that is what is wetting and non-wetting. So let us take a surface. This is the surface of glass. This is the surface of glass, and if I have taken a fluid, this is the fluid, and this fluid, let us assume this is water droplet. If this is fall on this surface, water droplet, and if it falls on this surface, so what will happen? It will spread. So it will spread like that on this fluid, on this glass surface. Why it will happen? Because the cohesion force is less than as compared to the adhesion force. What is cohesion force? So cohesion force is the force of attraction between the two identical substances. Means the, let us assume that I have taken the fluid, that is water, and second substance or second molecule, that is water. So the force of attraction between water and water, that will be the less as compared to the adhesion force. What is the adhesion force? So adhesion force is the force of attraction between the two different substances. Like one fluid is water, another fluid is mercury. So the adhesion force will be more as compared to the cohesion force. So the fluid will try to spread on this surface. The second, if I draw a tangent on this surface, so this is the tangent, or we can also draw this tangent. So if I draw this tangent, so the angle with this glass surface, let us assume this is theta, this is also theta, so this theta value will be less than 90 degree, or say that we can also say that on the surface there is a the nature of this fluid on the surface, that is nature of the curve is concave. So if this phenomena will occur when a water droplet falls on the any surface. I have taken here is glass. So if cohesion is less than adhesion and the angle of contact theta is less than 90 degree and the nature of the curve will be concave on the top surface, then such type of phenomena is called wetting phenomena. It is called wetting. Similarly, the second, this is glass, and another fluid, like this is the fluid I have taken, second fluid, mercury. If I have taken the mercury, so if it fall on this surface, so it will look like it will stick on on this part. It will not spread. And if I draw the, so what is the reason behind this? Reason behind this is adhesion force. Adhesion force is less than as compared to the cohesion force. Second is, if I draw the tangent on this surface, so if I draw the tangent, so what will be the angle? This angle theta. So theta is greater than 90 degree, and the nature of the curve on this surface will be convex. Then such type of phenomena is called non-wetting. So it is called non-wetting. So I hope you have understood what is wetting and non-wetting phenomena. Once again, I am telling, if a fluid like water, if it fall from a certain height on the any surface, like I have taken the glass, and if it will spread on this surface due to the lesser value of the cohesive force as compared to the adhesive force, or we can say the angle of contact is less than 90 degree, then such uh, mutual properties of the fluid is called wetting. And the second things, another fluid, that is I have taken mercury, if it fall on the surface and then it will stick on the one point or one position, it will not spread due to the cohesive force is much greater than the adhesive force, and the angle of contact is 90 greater than 90 degree, then such type of property is called non-wetting. So now I am going to discuss the what is capillarity. So what is capillarity? So when a very small diameter tube is inserted in a glass, having in glass which is filled with the any fluid, so there is a certain rise or fall due to the wetting or non-wetting characteristics. So this phenomena is called capillarity. And the diameter, small diameter that is inserted in the fluid is called capillary tube. So same thing I have here written. What is capillarity? So when a tube of very fine diameter is immersed in a fluid, then there may be rise or the fall of the fluid. That depends on the wetting or non-wetting characteristics of the fluid with the tube surface. The rise and fall of the fluid level in the tube is a phenomena is known as capillarity, and this tube of very fine diameter is known as capillary tube. So now I am going to derive the expression of capillarity, capillary rise, capillary rise or fall. So let us take, this is the two fluid I am taking. Let us assume this is the water This is water, and the second fluid I have taken filled with mercury. Mercury. If I insert a small diameter tube, a small diameter tube having diameter d, so what will happen? Due to the wetting characteristics of the fluid, there will be rise in the fluid, rise in the fluid, and it will look like that. At the surface, there is a nature of the fluid that I told you, that is the concave, and this rise in the surface is called capillary height h, due to the wetting characteristics. Wetting characteristics. Similarly, in the second fluid, if I insert a capillary tube, so there is a fall in the fall of the liquid in the capillary tube. So I see, so it will look like that, and this height is called h. So if I draw a tangent at this portion, so what will be the tangent? If I draw a tangent, so here we can see that the angle, this is theta, this is also theta. So here we can see that the angle of contact theta is less than 90 degrees. So this is the example of capillary rise. So here we can write the theta is less than 90 degree. Here we can say, if I draw the tangent, so if I draw a tangent, so this will be the angle. So this angle theta. So here this is the non-wetting characteristics, or we can say capillary fall, and theta is greater than 90 degree. And this is the example of capillary rise. This is the example of capillary rise. So now we have to find that this capillary rise height h, or fall capillary fall height h. So I am going to derive what is the expression of capillary rise or fall. So if I am taking the same fluid, this is the water, and I have inserted a capillary tube. This is water, and I am taking the case of capillary rise. So water will fill in this surface, and it will look like this. So this height we have to find. So if I see this portion, so it will look like that. The fluid is inside. So here, if I draw a tangent on this portion, and this is the surface tension sigma, and this contact angle is theta. This is also theta, and weight of this is W, and this height is H. So if I so the surface tension force, what will be the surface tension force? So sigma into, if the capillary tube diameter is small d, so sigma into pi into d. Surface tension force, if I write surface tension force, surface tension force is equal to surface tension sigma into pi into d, where d is the diameter of capillary tube. So two components will be there. One component along this direction, that is sigma into pi into d cos theta, and in this direction sigma into pi into d into sin theta. So if I equate the vertical force in this direction, the summation of force in y direction is equal to 0. So if I take the summation of force in y direction, so here we can see that in y direction the component of this surface tension force, the force due to this surface tension in this direction is sigma into pi into d into cos theta, and this force will be balanced by this weight of this fluid of height h. So we can write sigma into pi component of component vertical component of surface tension force in y direction is equal to weight of fluid of height h in downward direction. So what is the component of surface tension? Sigma into pi into d into cos theta is equal to, what is the weight? So weight is m into g, we can write, and we can also write sigma into pi into d cos theta. Cos theta is equal to, mass can be written as rho into volume into g. So sigma into pi into d cos theta is equal to rho into volume can be written as a into h into g. So it will be sigma into pi into d cos theta is equal to rho into h into area can be written as pi by 4 d square into g. So pi cancel, d cancel, so we can write sigma into sigma cos theta, sigma cos theta is equal to, pi into, sorry, d into rho gh. So d into rho gh divided by 4. So 4 sigma cos theta is equal to, rho g can be written as gamma into h into d. So d can be written as 4 sigma cos theta divided by gamma into h, where, so here h can be written as, here, sorry, here we have to find the expression of h. So h can be written as, h is equal to 4 sigma cos theta divided by gamma into d. So this is the expression of capillary rise. H is the capillary rise, sigma is the surface tension, gamma is the unit weight or specific weight of fluid, and d is the diameter of tube, and theta is the contact angle. Theta is the contact angle. So this is the expression of 4 sigma cos theta by gamma into d is the capillary height. Similarly, the expression of capillary fall, it will also same, but the value will be negative. So capillary fall, the expression of capillary fall will also be same, that is 4 sigma cos theta into gamma into d. So capillary fall, if I derive the expression of capillary fall, so what is the this is the fluid, so it will look like this. This is the tangent here. So the here we can take the liquid as a water, so we can take gamma is the gamma w specific weight of fluid, or we can write gamma w is the specific weight of water fluid, and fluid is water. Similarly, h can be written as, so if I derive the expression of capillary fall, so same thing, so it will be capillary fall is equal to 4 sigma cos theta divided by gamma into d. This is the sigma, this is also sigma, and this is the capillary tube having diameter d, and this is height h. So the expression will be same in case of capillary rise, and so capillary fall expression we have discussed. So when the value of capillary height or fall, so here the theta is the contact angle. So contact angle for pure glass and water, or for pure water and glass, it will be 0. So here I have written the value of contact angle. So contact angle for pure water and glass, the value will be 0 degree, and for water and glass, the value lies between 21 degree to 25 degree. For mercury glass, the value lies in between 130 degree to 140 degree, and generally we take 130 degree. And for kerosene and glass, the theta will be 26 degree. So in case of pure water, if I write the expression of capillary rise, so for pure water, so theta is equal to 0 degree, and we know that when theta is 0 degree, so the max value of cos theta will be maximum, that is unity. So h is equal to h max is equal to 4 sigma into cos 0 divided by gamma w into d. So we can write 4 sigma divided by gamma w into d. Maximum height of capillary rise, in case of pure water. Maximum height of capillary rise. Similarly, in case of mercury, for Hg glass, if I take the value of theta, that is equal to 130 degree, so what will be the capillary fall? Height of capillary fall is 4 sigma into cos 130 degree divided by gamma w into d. So it will be cos 30 is 130 is minus 0.64. So minus 0.64 into 4. So it will be minus 2.56 sigma divided by gamma w into d. So negative sign indicates that there is a fall in the fall of the liquid in the tube. So this value is minimum value. Similarly, in case of kerosene and oil, so the value of theta is 26 degrees, so the cos theta will be positive. In case of water, if the diameter of capillary tube is greater than 2 centimeter, so the this capillary effect is approximately negligible. If the diameter is greater than 2 centimeter, if the diameter of the capillary tube is greater than 2 centimeter in case of water, so the effect of capillary rise is negligible. So here I have derived the expression of capillary rise and capillary fall. That is, expression will be same, that is H is equal to 4 sigma cos theta divided by gamma into D. If it is a case of rise, means if it is the case of capillary rise, so expression of capillary rise, so this is the sigma, this is also sigma, and the height is H, and the liquid is water, fluid is water. Here the contact angle is less than 90 degree, and it is the case of capillary rise, and expression of this height H, if this angle is theta, this is also theta, so H is equal to 4 sigma cos theta divided by gamma W into D. Wetting phenomena. Similarly, if I take the fluid is mercury, this is Hg, and if I insert a tube of diameter D, there will be, this is the sigma, and the contact angle is, this angle is theta, this is also theta, and this height is H. So theta is greater than 90 degree, non wetting capillary fall, and the expression H is equal to 4 sigma cos theta divided by gamma into D. So this is the expression of capillary fall and capillary rise. So let us take the problem. First problem: which of the following expresses the height of rise or fall of a liquid in a capillary tube? So right now I have derived the expression of capillary capillary height, that is rise or fall, that is 4 sigma cos theta divided by gamma into D also. So here I have written the expression of height or fall, just I have derived, that is H is equal to 4 sigma cos theta divided by gamma into D. So where sigma is the surface tension, theta is the contact angle, here alpha he has taken, so alpha is the contact angle, and W is the specific weight, gamma is the specific weight. So C option is correct. Second question: if the capillary rise of water in a 1 mm diameter tube is 3 centimeter, and the height of capillary rise of water in a 0.2 mm diameter, so two capillary tube is taken. The first, the liquid is water, this is water, let us assume this is H1, sigma, and this angle theta, and here of course theta will be 0 if water is there, so it is H1 for 1 mm diameter tube. So here diameter is 1 mm, 1 mm. Second case, diameter of the tube is reduced to 0.2 mm. So the capillary rise height we have to find. Sigma. Let us assume this is H2 and this diameter is 0.2 mm. Once again it is the water. So we have the expression H is equal to 4 sigma cos theta divided by gamma W into D. Surface tension will be same. So we can write here H is inversely proportional to the diameter. Because contact angle will also same, or we can take theta is 0 if there is a pure water. Gamma W will be fixed, so it will depend on the diameter. So we can write H1 by H2 is equal to D2 by D1. So what is D2 by D1? So 0.2 divided by 1, so it will be 0.2. So H2 is equal to, H2 can be written as, so here H2 is equal to H1 by 0.2. So height of capillary tube is 3 divided by 0.2. So it will be 15 centimeter. So C option is correct. 15 centimeter. Third question. Once again it is asked in civil services examination 2006. Mercury of density 13600 kg per meter cube and surface tension force for the mercury is given, that is 0.49 Newton per meter, and density is given 13600 kg per meter cube and theta is given here 0 degree. Is contained in a wide beaker. A 2 mm internal diameter of the is given 2 mm. Open-ended capillary tube is inserted in the middle of the beaker into the mercury, and the meniscus in the tube will be uh, below the external mercury surface by how much distance? So once again we have to find the value of H. H is equal to 4 sigma cos theta divided by gamma into D. Here theta is 0, so we can write 4 sigma divided by gamma into D. So H is equal to 4 into sigma. The value of sigma is 0.49. So 0.49 divided by specific weight can be written as rho into G. So rho is 13600 into G, 9.81 into diameter. So diameter is 2 mm. So it is 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. So H can be written as 4 into 0.49, 4 into 0.49 divided by 13600 into 9.81 into 10 to the power minus 9.81 into 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. So it is 7.35 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter. So H can be written as 7.35 mm. So if I see the option 7.3, so D option is correct. This question I have taken from Indian Forest Services. Derive an equation for capillarity rise between two thin vertical plates spaced t distance apart. Calculate the distance between plates when the capillary rise is not exceed 60 mm. Assume surface tension of water is 20 degrees is 0.075. So sigma is given 0.075 Newton per meter, and capillary rise is given 60 mm, and we have to find the thickness of the plate. So let T is given, so T be the distance between two plates, and capital L be the width of the plate. So if I derive the expression, let us assume this is the condition. This is T thickness, and the capillary rise is there. This is H. Sigma. This is also sigma. So we can write surface tension force. Surface tension force in this direction, in vertical direction, is equal to sigma into width is L, so sigma into 2L into cos theta, and the weight of the plate, weight can be written as M into G. So M can be written as rho into V into G, or rho V. So rho into V can be written as A into H into G. So it will be rho into area can be written as L into T into H into G. So if I equate summation of force in y direction is 0, so we can write sigma into 2L into cos theta is equal to rho into L, into T into rho into L into T into H into G, G. So here LL cancel. So 2 sigma cos theta is equal to rho G can be written as gamma into T into H. So H can be written as 2 sigma cos theta divided by gamma into T. So height of capillary rise when two plates at a distance T apart is 2 sigma cos theta divided by gamma into T, where H is the capillary rise, sigma is the surface tension, theta is the contact angle, gamma is the specific weight that can also written as rho into G, and T is the distance between two plates. So it will be H is equal to 2 sigma cos theta by gamma into T. Now we have to compute the expression of this capillary rise H if the following data is given. So let us assume for pure water, so it will be theta is equal to 0 degree. So capillary rise H can be written as 2 sigma divided by rho G into T. So it will be 2 into sigma. So sigma is 0.075 divided by 9.81 into density of water is 1000 into distance apart. So it will be t distance apart, and this value is given, we have to find, and maximum capillary rise is given 60 mm. So it will be 60 into 10 to the power minus 3 is equal to 2 into 0.075 divided by 9.81 into 10 to the power 3 into t. So here t can be computed as 2 into 0.075 divided by 9.81 into 60. 10 to the power 3 and 10 to the power minus 3 cancel out. So it will be 2 into 0.075, 2 into 0.075 divided by 9.81 into 60. So it is 2.55 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter. So it can be written as 0.255 mm. So the thickness or the distance between two plates, calculate the distance between plates. The distance between plate is 0.255 mm.